Hey viewers, welcome back. It's been a few weeks before I put a video out, but my buddy Marty got himself a brand new watch, and he asked me if I wanted to do a review on it. I still have plenty of my own watches that I want to do reviews on. I just got a couple other projects going on around the house. So let's dive into it. What I have here is the Seiko SRPD25. Well, before we get too far along, I'll do a wrist check here. This is, yep, it's a Stour. I've had this watch for a long time. Auto wind calendar watch. The movement looks like from the display back it's based on a Miyota. I bought it on a whim years ago, and it still keeps good time, so I decided to keep it around. Anyway, I may or may not do a review on this watch, but let's get back to what we were here for. Okay. Take the outer sleeve off and take the cover off, and there it is in all its beautiful blue glory. I'm going to be honest here. When I first saw these monsters, I did not like the bezel. I did not like the big scallops. When my buddy showed me this watch in person, I was blown away. This is beautiful. The color of the dial, the dark gray, almost black BVD coating on the bezel. That blue dial is just gorgeous, and this watch looks a lot better in person than, in my opinion, it looked in videos and photos. But let's get it out of the box, and we'll get to what's inside here. Get back to the watch momentarily. Try to get this little inside cover out. We have an instruction manual. Okay. This watch has a 4R36 movement, also known as the NH36A. So there's not a whole lot of need, in my opinion, for this. But this will come in handy for some people. There's a feature on this watch that I didn't notice until right before I decided to do the video, so we'll get to that in a minute. 3-year warranty, so you got your warranty instructions with the card in the back. The 3-year warranty I read is worldwide, good for 1 year, and then 2 years for USA only service. So I'll put this back in the box, put this back together, and we'll get the watch back up here off of the pillow, and we'll take a look. Nice velvet pillow with the Seiko embroidered in there. Okay, so let's get started with the specs on this watch. It is 41 millimeters in diameter. It is 46.5 if you include the crown. And as you can see, the crown is at about the 3:45 position. It's not a 4 o'clock crown, not a 3:30, but just a little bit before 4 o'clock. You have the black PVD coated bezel with the scallops, and the scallops match scallops in the case, which is very cool. Let me get back on with the specs before we start looking at other stuff. 20 millimeter end links, which are solid, but if you'll notice, the bracelet is wider than the end links. So my measurement was 23.4 millimeters, and then it tapers down to 20. So this is a beefy, manly, chunky watch, and my buddy Marty has I'm guessing an 8-inch wrist. I have a 7.5-inch wrist, and his watches are too big for me, so we'll get into that. I didn't weigh it. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of 185 grams. 200 meter water resistant. This is the Prospex ISO certified, so this is a legit diver's watch. Getting back to the measurements, 14.5 millimeters thick. Now, it was hard for me to get a really accurate measurement because if you'll notice, the bezel tapers downward, so it's raised above the crystal to protect the crystal. And then you have probably about a millimeter protrusion on the magnifier for the day-date complication. You have drilled end links for easy strap changes if you want to do that. It does have push pin adjustments for the for sizing the watch. Fold over safety clasp with twin pushers. It is a Seiko press clasp, and this has a diver's extension that I just noticed before I started doing the video. I did a little bit of research. You get your thumb under there, give that a little pry, if I can get it in there. And it's very, very firm. It took me a minute to get it earlier. Let me see if I can turn this around and get it in a better angle without looking through the camera. Okay, so that pops off, and there you go. So if you want to do a quick extension to get over a wetsuit, you're good to go. Definitely a nice feature for what is obviously a legit diver watch. And my buddy is a diver. He lives on a boat half the time off the coast of the Carolinas and in the Gulf of Mexico. And other than that, he lives near me here in South Fort Worth, Texas. Okay, let's take a look at the case back. It's always hard to see these case backs with bracelets when you can't open them up fully. You have stainless steel, 4R36-07 Bravo 0. Has the Prospex logo with the serial number. Diver's watch 200 meters. Japan movement. Got the tsunami wave logo right there in the center. Very, very nicely done. And screw down crown with very big grippy lugs to grab onto. Nice smooth motion on the crown. Nice pop when it breaks free from the threads. And go to your first click, turn it backwards, you set your date. Turn it forwards, set your day. Pop it out again, and the second hand hacks. You go ahead and set your time. Let's do a date change. Okay, date changed. Now it's Saturday, and I stopped it in the middle of the optional language, which I don't know what that language is. I'm sorry. Let me pull that back in and set that date so it works properly. Here we go. Now let's go around, change the date and the day, get that back where it's supposed to be. Okay. The action is very smooth. Pop it in all the way. Winding action is very smooth. Very, very good, reliable movement. You have a magnifier, which I think is 2 times magnification. It works pretty good. It's centered perfectly. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the rectangular magnifier, but it does look good. Okay, we have applied indices. Look at that, the texture on that dial. Very nice. Very, very, you got the nice sunburst effect. Again, stainless steel indices filled with the Seiko Lumibrite. Your indices are recessed into the chapter ring, which I always thought was a nice touch. Let me pop this all the way out. And you have your Prospex logo there. Automatic divers 200 meter. If you look all the way at the very bottom, if I could get it to focus. Movement Japan, 4R36. And I cannot read those last 4 letters. Okay, you could probably do better than me. But look at the texture on the bezel. and that nice gray, very, very smoky, deep, dark look. It just, again, it's just a good looking watch. A lot of wrist presence with how tall it stands. The lug to lug I got when I measured it was 49 millimeters. It seems shorter than that. Maybe I mismeasured it. But I'm going to go ahead and pop my watch off and put this on and show you how it looks on my 7.5-inch wrist. And I'm not going to size my friend's watch to fit me, but I will hold it in a way where you can get an idea how it looks. Okay, that looks, again, that's my 7.5-inch wrist. So even if you have a smaller wrist, you see the lugs are nowhere near the edges of my wrist. So you could probably get away with wearing this watch with a 6.5-inch wrist, or maybe even smaller, but that's just a great look. I mean, like I said, when I first saw these, I didn't care for them, but after handling his watch, I may be changing my mind. Now, let's look at a couple other design features here that are really pretty. Is the bezel is recessed into the case, if you'll see that there. So when you turn it, it's turning inside a recessed channel. And again, I love the way the scallops line up with the scallops in the case. And this is very smooth action. 120 click bezel. I have the only Seiko I've handled diver's watch wise is my old 7002, and that is bidirectional, has a detent ball, and it doesn't have a click spring like the modern ones. But this is very smooth, very easy to turn. Little bit of back play, but I mean the spring has to have a notch to lock into, so you're going to have some back play on almost any watch. I'm sure there are some out there that are tighter, but this is very, very nice. There's just the slightest misalignment at the 12 o'clock position. I think I went one click too far. And click. Well, I did it again. Anyway, I guess I've gotten to just about everything on this except a loom shot. And again, this is the Seiko Lumibrite, and this being one of their upper middle range divers, this is some pretty damn good loom. Let me kill the light and charge this up, and we'll see. Now, Seiko has their Lumibrite, but they have a green and a blue. This one is blue. I don't know if they have a different word for it, but it's really that. Look at that icy, pretty blue. That just looks great. And you got a little bit of light behind me with the shade over the window, but I think you'll agree this looks fantastic. Lock the crown back down. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. I'm grateful to my buddy for lending me his nice timepieces to do these videos. Again, I enjoy it. Please like and subscribe. Like I said in one of my earlier videos, I didn't think I was going to be getting into this all that much, but I'm enjoying it. And it's fun having people comment and see the subscriber count going up and the viewer count going up. I'm enjoying it. So it's just another aspect to the hobby that I love. And I hope you all have a great day. And until the next video, adios.